Hello friends, right, I'm back from Mexico. Had a great time back home now in the UK, Wales, the UK. I'm going to do a video over probably a week or two because it's all weather dependent. It's sunny today for a change, so I'll make a start here now and then carry on with it as and when the weather changes. Okay, why am I doing this video? While I was there in Mexico, I had a friend right in the very beginning, Mexican girl. Really nice, went on a date, really good time. We didn't really keep in touch, but since I've been back, she has been in touch. We've been chatting, and she said, or asked, why don't you do a video of where you're from? You know, where, because she knew nothing about Wales, and what your life was like back in Wales, so here we are. Okay, this is where I live, down there, about 10-minute walk. I'm on my way now to the beach, which is up the street, another quarter of a mile maybe, called Porthbabach Beach, which I'll speak more about when I get there. But Holyhead, okay, I live on an island called Holy Island. It's about 2 miles, 25 miles by mile and a half, it's only small. Probably about 12,000 people live here altogether. I've lived here all my life. All my family have gone, there's only me here now. Holy Island, the main town is Holyhead, which the town is where I live. Holyhead is the port that you use to go to Ireland. It's a busy port. If you have to come back from Ireland, that's the one you use. Holy Island then is connected to another island called Anglesey. So Anglesea's a lot bigger, it's up well 25 by 20 miles maybe. But that then connects to the mainland by a bridge, Thomas Telford Menai Suspension Bridge, to the mainland of Wales and the UK. Okay, what else can I tell you about Wales? We have a lot of famous people here, born and bred here. Tom Jones, singer, Catherine Zeta-Jones, actress. Who else we got? Shirley Bassey, singer. Roald Dahl, author. Richard Burton, who actually put Porto Beata on the map way back in 1962 when he had an affair with Elizabeth Taylor and started probably as a tourist destination way back then to what it has become now. So yeah, it's you know, we have famous people here that actually move on, but Wales as a country full of culture, ancient language. The actual Welsh language is probably the oldest used language being used today. It's about 20% of the population speak Welsh. Most speak English these days, or English and Welsh. But it has legends, of course. So many legends, so many stories. King Arthur, Merlin, Excalibur, they're all here based in Wales. We have a flag that we're all quite proud of. Reason why, it's got a big great red dragon on it. Which other flag has a red dragon on it? It as well is an ancient flag. I think last time I checked it was probably one of the oldest still in use. It originated in the 600 AD when the kings and princes met here, well, in a place called Aberfraw, about 15 miles away, to bond together, if you like, get all the tribes together under one flag, and they chose the Welsh dragon. So, and it's still used today. What else can I tell you about Wales? It's all mountains, coastlines, countryside. It's probably more rural than most places. Where I live now, it's a small town, and it's more rural than anything. I'm going to take you up that way to Porthbabach Beach, down to Tralla Bay Beach, places I used to hang around with as a youngster. Show you the west side of Holyhead. Then we'll probably be going to town and show you the town. That's an eye-opener. And then the port, and maybe towards the mountain and the northern beaches, which is Newry Beach. But for now, we'll have a look here. But first of all, over here we have what's called a local legend or story. It's called the Bogey Stone. It's just down the road from where I live, and it's what it is that as youngsters or kids we were told if you run round this stone in August, I don't know why August, but it's August, in the witching hour, the highwayman or the bogeyman will appear. So the story was that 300 years ago, this was a main road, or a road from a port, which we'll come to now, where you used to travel from Ireland, and the highwayman used to hide behind there on his horse and then rob the rich, jump out of them, etc, etc. Then one night he met his match. There was a soldier returning from Ireland who fought with the highwayman and actually killed him. So his head, the story goes, was half chopped off. So the guy that comes out on his horse is a half headless man. Yeah, these are the stories we have here, and it's just down the road from me. There's another story which I don't really know. It's about a witch that lived there, and that a farmer came and put a stone over the crack in the ground. I don't really know that story properly, but I have heard it. But the main one is the highwayman, the bogeyman. Okay, on my left here now is a place I used to come to in my teens and early 20s. It's called Valley of the Rocks. But it's a campsite now, but back then in the day it was, you know, where we'd go for nights out, music, disco if you like. We always come here. So I had great times there. It doesn't do that no more. There was an incident why they had to close it down, which I won't go into, but had many good nights in there. Okay, in Wales here, it is mostly rural farmland. The main farming done is sheep farming. The actual sheep in Wales outnumber the humans, but it must be lambing season because as you can see, there's only a few here, but spring must be here. The spring lambs are out, which is a sign of good weather to come. Okay, we're coming up to Portdown Beach now. It took about 15 minutes to walk. As a kid, we used to come here in the summer holidays from school, 6 weeks. We spend every day here at this beach. It's a local beach where tourists don't usually come, so we were allowed to come here. It was safe. There is another beach further on which we'll go to when we get there, which is called Trather Bay. We weren't allowed to go there, not until we were older, to be honest with you, as it was too big, too far, and too many tourists. But as a local beach, this is where we used to come. Okay, this beach, or bay if you like, has got a lot of history to it. Even probably the locals don't even know, is that in the 1700s to the mid 1800s, this was used as a sailing point to Ireland when the weather or the winds were too rough to be in the main port. When the breakwater and the port was finished around mid 1800s, this was never used again. But up until then, this was where the boats used to sail from. There is a custom house of 250 years old over there. You can just about make it out. It is a bit of a derelict building now. It's fenced off because it's dangerous, but it's still standing. There are actual people here. It's not warm, it's only about 14 degrees, but there are actual people here, and they're swimming because he's out in the water. But this is where we used to come every summer. It's good times here. Out there, about 600 metres away, maybe a bit further, there is a wreck which people do go scuba diving to. It's the wreck's called the Mississippi. It sank about 250 years ago, sailing on the way to Boston. So it's still out there, and it's for the adventurous type. Diving down there, it's something worth seeing, so I believe. Okay, so that's it for this beach here now. We'll move on to Trather Bay, which is probably a mile further on that way. But this is where I used to spend all my time in the school holidays. It seems a lot smaller now. It seems bigger because when we were younger. But by this weekend or next couple of weekends, they will be heaving here. All the locals will come here, day out. There's not much at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to get a lot busier. There's plenty of walks here over the headlands, over that way. You can walk right round, good walks up this way, see more of the coast. Even as a tourist, it's a good place to visit. Okay, I've just walked, 5-minute walk now from Porthdown Beach, and over there, if you can make it out, is the village of Trather Bay, which we're headed to next. But in the distance, there's a bit not clear, is Snowdonia, the Snowdonia Range. That is where King Arthur lies now. It's about 30 miles, 35 miles from where I am. I have to cross Anglesey onto the mainland, and then probably 20 minutes from there up to Snowdonia. Lots to see there, lots of history there, lots of different legends and stories. I'll talk more about it a little bit later on. Okay, back when I was young, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, on some holidays, my father, who, hell of a guy, used to say to us, get out of the house, don't come back till it's dark. So most times we did, but on occasion we did hang around. He'd say to us, there's a cove just past Porthdown, which is this one here now. He said, go there, take your spades, because there's been shipwrecks there over the years. And he'd say there'd be treasure to be found on the beach town if you dig around. So gullible us. Like your brothers, sisters, friends, we used to come down here regularly and dig that place up looking for treasure. And obviously, we never ever found anything. But I think it was just a ploy by him to get us out of the house so we can have some peace and quiet. But again, good memories. A little small cove that we got here. On the way to Trather Bay Beach. It doesn't get much used here, to be honest. But if you want to sit out, peace and quiet, have the whole beach to yourself, this is the place to go. Okay, behind me here now is a bit of a landmark. It's back in the day, everyone used to believe it was the haunted house. It's a lovely looking house, but we never walked past there. We would run as fast as we could, and never after dark. Okay, we're at Trial Bay Beach, which is the biggest beach in the area I live. This is the one where we are not allowed to come to as kids. It is full of tourists. It's quiet now. There are people walking the beach. It is quite cold. You only need 2 coats instead of 4, so it is starting to warm up. But we've got bank holiday coming up. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. Hard to predict. But in the summertime, this beach here is rammed. Okay, I'm going to quick sit down and have a bit of a breather. Right, behind me here is a place called Ocean's Edge. It's where I come for food most of the time. If I'm going out or going out on a date, it's where I go for food here. There are several places to eat around the area, but I like this area here. It's nice to sit out in the summertime. They've got a nice sitting out area there, looking over the beach. You know, it's light until perhaps 10, 11 o'clock at night, some nights in midsummer. But the couple that run it do a great job. I think they took over from it last year maybe. I have had business dealings with them. They have been to my restaurant for food with their staff, and we actually came here in September, me and Aaron, to do an end of season party for their staff. So it's, as you say, keep it local. There is some building work going on there. They're doing a bit of an extension. I was speaking to the manager, I think it was last Saturday. I met him in the pub in town. He said it'll be all finished by the end of May, beginning of June, ready for the summer season. So looking forward to coming here, having food and a few drinks. Okay, behind me to my left here is another place to eat called the Sea Shanty. Another good place, love going there. Very busy in the summer, quiet in the winter, which is like most businesses around in Trial Bay area. It is a tourist destination, but highly recommend it. Sea Shanty or the Ocean's Edge. If you come for a visit, you know where you're going to be going for something to eat. Right, I'm not going to go there, but over there, up that road there, you've got another place called Seacroft. It's another place to eat, but it's been changed to brewery owned, which it's brewery owned kind of food, nothing really exciting, just the usual basic rubbish that was doing 25, 30 years ago. So, but it's a nice place to sit, you know, if you've got families with you and you want cheap eats, yep, there you go, can't go wrong. There's a few good areas here. There's a Trial Bay Hotel on my right down there, does food. You've got the Beach Hotel behind me, which does food. Cliff Hotel. So there's a few areas in Trial Bay. It's a lot different from Holyhead, where it's about a mile away, mile and a half away. Nothing much going on there. Bit of a ghost town, to be honest, yeah. Tourists don't really come there. We have cruise ships coming there every week, but most of the people on the cruise ship usually get shipped out to other areas to look at, Carnarvon, Conway, different places like that. There's not really much happening in Holyhead. I will do a little bit of a walk through there just so you can have a quick look. Yeah, nothing to brag about. Right behind me here, there's is the Holyhead Leisure Centre. I remember getting built many years ago. We used to come there swimming. It used to be just a swimming pool then. We used to come there swimming every Sunday, packed out. They do have a good gym there. I haven't used it for a while, but maybe something to look at. But back in the day, we went at first there. Me and my mate Carl. All right, Carl, how you doing? we'd go there, smash the weights, pumping iron day after day. Even after working a 12-hour night shift, we'd come there in the mornings and get on the weights. Back then, it was nothing to do with keeping fit or whatever that way. It was just so you could punch somebody a lot harder. But we were young, times have changed, and them stories are best left forgotten about. But good leisure centre. Maybe I should start going. Maybe not. Okay, this is the gateway to town. If you're heading for the boats on your way to Ireland, this is the road you'll be on. It's what Holyhead is famous for. It's really just the port, which is the gateway to Ireland and back. Okay, this is the port area. This is where we get access to Ireland, where the boats sit from. Right, he's the entrance to Holyhead. There's a cenotaph there where soldiers who died in the Second and First World War are remembered. This is the town, beginning of town. A very quiet town now. It used to be busy years ago. Okay, on the right, coming up here now is one of my restaurants. I think it was the third one I had, or the second, I can't remember which came first. Probably the third then. But Urban Tiger, we do like Pan Asian food. There's a bar there, we do Pan Asian food, tapas. We'll go in, have a quick look around. By the time this video comes out, this will be sold. It's been ongoing since about December. It's been dragging on a bit too long, to be honest. But by the time this is done, it should be sold. I was in partnership with this with my sister. It is the third restaurant, but really busy in the summer, amazing. But in the winter, when you're stuck with the locals, nah, waste of time. Time to get rid. No use being sentimental about it, thinking, oh, we'll wait for summer. No, gotta go, move on. This will fund part of my time in Mexico. I've got other businesses as well. I've got outdoor catering, which I probably won't sell, but sell the house, sell my house, and have a good wedge of money to go to Mexico with. Invest there instead. This is the restaurants area now. Down to the conservatory area. It's nice to sit out here in the summer. Overlooks the harbour. Right, we are now in the town centre. Many years ago, when I was a youngster, this town was heaving. Very, very busy town. It's the biggest town on Anglesey. Holyhead, Anglesey. Now it's just full of kebab shops, charity shops, and since I've been back after 3 months away, barber shops, Turkish barbers. There's one shop there, Co-op, a bit of a supermarket. Okay, there we go. There there's a door now. You could honestly get knocked down here by a car, they won't find you for 2 hours. The part we're coming up to now is the Roman fort, built by the Romans 1800 years ago. Still here. Could do with a bit of a paint, to be honest. Okay, that's St Kirby's Church. It was founded, I think, 600 AD. It was given to St Kirby himself in memory, and it's what Holyhead's named after. But the original walls which the Romans built are still here, overlooking the harbour, overlooking the port. Probably here to keep away the Irish invaders who were invading here at the time.
think it's one of the only still standing three-sided Roman forts left in Europe, if my memory serves me right. And the Romans were that clever and that advanced, they even built as a car park. Okay, down here now, this is my first restaurant. This is Simply Street, one night, I think it was 2016 we opened that. Very busy, very popular, but very well known everywhere. Okay, now we're coming down into the Newry beach area, which is the northern part of Holyhead. We've got the harbour over there, the port, where the ships dock from, coming backwards and forwards from Ireland. There's a marina. This area is usually full of yachts in the summer. It's sheltered here. We've got the breakwater there, which is 1.5 miles long. It was built in the 1800s just to keep the rough seas so ships can dock going backwards and forwards to Ireland. There's Holyhead Mountain. Good place to go for a walk. This now is called Newry Beach. It's more of a stony beach than anything, but I used to come down here a lot. There's Holyhead Mountain again in the background. There's a quarry there which stones were used to build the breakwater. This building here now is called the Boat House. It's a restaurant now, but in my day it was called the Scimitar, and it was where we all came on a Tuesday night, listening to music and discos and dancing and all sorts.
Okay, the wind's died down a bit here now, it's a bit more sheltered so I can do some speaking. What I'm coming up to now is a traditional British pub, which since I've been back from Mexico, it is the one I come to most weekends. It's called the Victoria Inn. Usual stuff, come here, watch football, have a few beers with the lads, bit of socialising, but that's where I go on most weekends now. Okay, this is the school I attended in from I think 12 until 16. It was a secondary school. It's probably the biggest school on Holyhead, Anglesey, around 1,200 pupils. The first school, which was a primary school, which you go from age 4 up to 11, it's called Thomas Hill. It's been knocked down. I was knocked down about 2-3 years ago, ready for a housing estate is what I've heard. But I haven't been up that area recently, so I don't really know what's happened there. But this was the school. Some good memories. Some good memories. I was a bit of a naughty boy from year 3 to year 5, but by and all, good friends there, good times. Okay, on my left here now is another pub I used to go to my teen years into my early 20s. I don't go anymore. It's I don't know why I stopped going. I usually, like I say, I don't come into town much. I have been living away from here, so yes, like I say, I have been living away from here. So I don't very rarely come to town. Unless it's to work in my own restaurants. I don't go drinking here. But the first one I showed you, the Vic, I've just started going there since I've been back from Mexico. I quite like it there. It's a good crowd there. You don't have to have the eyes in the back of your head there like some of the places here in town. So until I next visit in Mexico, I'll carry on going there. Okay, my Mexicana Amiga. That's basically it for me. Showing you around now, parts of Holyhead, a little about Wales where I live. Maybe you can understand a bit more of my country. As this is the last part of my video now, which is a few weeks from when I started it, I have already booked 2 weeks in Puerto Vallarta, which I'm leaving. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks yesterday, so I'm coming there for 2 weeks. A bit homesick, to be honest with you, how I could describe it. Then I'm back in October, end October, for 6 months. I will be staying with the same people I stayed with last time. Amazing family, and the daughter, I won't mention names, has become really good friends with me over the last couple of weeks. I've been chatting a lot on Facebook, so I hope to learn a bit more about Mexico from her and about show me different things, which she says she's going to do, but we'll see when we get there. But yeah, so this is Wales. Population 3 million, if that. Very small. Most people leave. All my family have gone. My kids are gone, my brothers, sisters, all my immediate family. I've got a couple of cousins and maybe aunties left. That's about it. For some stupid reason, I've stayed. Mostly to do with family, my own family, plus work, plus business, which took over, and I had to stay. Well, now I've made my decision. I'm leaving. So there'll be one person less of the 3 million. I'm going to Puerto Vallarta, maybe Mexico there, or maybe some area around there, but it will definitely be Mexico. I've been several times, but my last trip, where I was on my own, I was not going with my girlfriend or my missus or whatever, but this time on my own, did a bit more exploring, got out of the hotel, stayed in the local neighbourhood, met some amazing people, American, Canadian, Mexicans, the whole lot, and then which I thought to myself, do you know what, this is where I'm going to be. So that people that know me, the decision's been made, so you know what's happening next. It will happen. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. I need to get out of this country. It's finished. It's not with the political party we got in down South Wales there. It's not going to get any better. The guy's a clown, complete and utter clown. He has no interest in the country itself, just his own little area. But the South Walians, they keep on voting for him, and I'm out of here. They can keep him. So that's my plan. I've got 2 years, but hopefully by 18 months, part one's already been sorted. So one of my business will be sold. So that will start me off. I will, when I go there for 2 weeks, have a look around more better this time than I did last time. I got a little bit distracted. This time I will look more into maybe opening a restaurant there. Not straight away, but what legal issues I need to know. Liz has helped me with a few. Okay, I need to cut that bit out. My friend has helped me with a little bit, but I've still got a lot more to learn, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. So I might see you on my trip. I'll let you know I'm there, and maybe we'll get up, have a chat, and hopefully see this video and see what it's all about. Speak soon.